Hi folks, Stephen from the MarketDirect Group in Brisbane. Please join me in this video of the handover procedure of our Cruizer Slide. So folks, before you pick your trailer up, there's a few things you need to do. First one is we need an electronic brake controller fitted to your vehicle. That will activate the brakes in the trailer. It's a requirement by law. If you want to charge the battery in the trailer while you're driving along, you will also need a 50 amp Anderson plug fitted to the back of the vehicle near the tow bar. This will give us a constant power supply to charge the battery. The next thing we're going to require you to do is when you turn up, we need your tow ball removed, leave the tow tongue in the vehicle. Then it's just a matter of the handover staff putting the coupling in, doing the nut up, and we're ready to hook it up to your vehicle. What I'm going to do is show the connection of the polyblock coupling that we use on a variety of our trailers to the vehicle. Major components of the polyblock are of course the polyblock coupling itself on the trailer, the hitch receiver that goes onto your vehicle when you're picking up, the pin that goes through, the two safety pins that engage it. I've already levelled the trailer so the polyblock will pull in from the side, but typically you'd back up, level the trailer up. Then it's just simply a matter of pulling the connector across, lining the hole up, pushing the pin through, take one of your connectors in, second one. It's as simple as that, folks. Now we're ready to go on with the rest of the connection of the trailer. Next procedure we do, we take our safety chains, hook them onto the tow bar of the vehicle. When you're putting your safety chains on, it's important to make sure that we crisscross the chains. We formed the safety cradle with the chains being crisscrossed. If the trailer happens to come off the vehicle, the coupling will fall down into the cradle formed here. Keep the whole trailer off the road and make it a bit more controllable as you're trying to stop. Good safety feature. Jockey wheels are next procedure. Simply a matter, wind it up, take the weight off the back of the vehicle, pull the pin out, rotate the jockey wheel around, make sure it locks back into place, everything's up out of the way. Put your red handle to the top, stop it getting hit by things as we go along off-road. And next couple of things we've got to do, very quick and easy. 7-pin flat plug. Not only is this controlling the lights and the indicators, but it's also a connection for brakes for the vehicle. Make sure you get it the right way around, locked into position. Then we've got the Anderson plug. The Anderson plug charges the battery off the vehicle while you're driving along. Simply slots into the back of the vehicle there. That's hooked up safely, and then just make sure we've got our wiring out of the way. We're basically ready to drive away and head home or head out to the campsite. So we've got to the stage now, we've found a good level campsite. We've unhitched from the vehicle. Make sure you engage the handbrake. It'll stop the trailer moving around as we open it up. If the trailer's got to be moved, always ensure that the jockey wheel is in the fully lowered position. That's its strongest position to be in, especially for a sideways movement. At that point there, we can move the trailer around where we like. After I've got it where I think's level on our ground, chock the wheels if necessary. We'll then put the stabiliser legs down, stabilise the whole trailer before we open anything up. So your trailer's fitted with 4 stabiliser legs. Just a matter of dropping the 4 legs down, stabilise the trailer so you can move around in it. Take the weight of the stabiliser leg, pull on the blue handle, let it rotate down. Then it's only a matter, wind the leg down until it makes contact with the ground. Now if we're on sand or any soft material, a couple of blocks of wood, about 25mm thick, 300mm square under the leg, will stop it sinking into the soft medium. To put it up, simply the reverse. again, pull the handle, lift up into position, make sure it's locked, you're ready to drive away. So to fill the tank on your camper trailer, simply find the key, rectangular top, insert the key, quarter turn anti-clockwise and remove the cap. Hose in, make sure it's a food grade hose, it'll keep the plastic taste out of the water. Put it on about third volume from the tap, it'll bubble out the top through the breather when it's full, and then simply replace the cap back in, anti-clockwise, quarter turn, remove the key, and away we go. So I'm going to show you how to install the gas bottle, but just a couple of quick points of interest up the front of the trailer here. 20 litre jerry can holder. When you've got your jerry can, use one of the straps that we supply to go over the top to lock it into position. If you're worried about theft, a piece of wire rope with a padlock will do the job for us. Gas container, simply a matter of unhooking the latch on both sides, opening the front up. To install the gas bottle, undo the other latch inside here, set your gas bottle into position, do the latch back up, make sure the gas bottle can't go anywhere. Then we're simply just going to take the gas line, hook it up into the gas bottle. Always remember that a gas connection is an opposite thread. So when you're screwing this in, it's anti-clockwise. When you're taking it out, it's clockwise. Make sure you've got a firm seal. Turn the gas on. Gas will go down to the kitchen area now that we'll be looking at later. Then it's just simply a matter of closing our container back up. So quick safety check on the gas. Turn the gas off where you're traveling is usually advisable. And of course it's a gas container. Don't have any naked flames around it. I'll take you through the electrical system on our Cruizer Slide. Reasonably simple when you understand what's happening. Simply open, main switch, circuit breaker, voltmeter, amp gauge, distribution switches for each one. We've got stereo, DC outlet, the lights, refrigerator, the water pump, and we've got a tank level. Main switch, rotate clockwise to turn on. It'll tell us we've got 12.8 volts, which is 100% of battery, drawing minimal amps. Down here we've got a chart that tells us don't take the batteries down to anything below about 12 volts. So we look at the separate switches on the power distribution board. When we turn a switch on, we'll get a red light to indicate that the circuit's active. If you turn it on and that light does not come on, just above is a resettable fuse. Just press back in and reset. The tank level, analog, empty, full. Very straightforward. So this is our main circuit breaker. If we get no readout here, that will need resetting. So the circuit breakers are covered by a red cover. So when you remove the red cover, go to the end with the copper stem on it and you'll see this little black dot here. It's a resettable circuit breaker. That will pop out about the size of a match head. It's just a matter of pushing it back in. So if you've got no power, look for these first, look for that little black dot. So we come to the storage compartments on our Cruizer Slide. All fitted with the simple compression lock. When you pick your trailer up, all the poles in here are for the shower, the ensuite, and the main annex. Another slide out drawer down here, just a bit of storage. Pick stuff you're going to use all the time when you're setting your campsite up, when you're putting stuff in these. We see this little blue ring here. There's a light switch. So if you pull into your campsite a bit late at night, you can light up every compartment and see what's in there as well. Simple touch control. You've got to make sure that your power's turned on and the lights are turned on to get those to work. Next compartment, main storage. In the bottom drawer here, all the goodies. Multiple straps, mainly to hold the fridge down in the fridge slide. The coupling that will fit to your car. Wheel nut spinner, a fire extinguisher, and the LED strip lights. Full bag of keys, multiple keys, so you make yourself up 2 or 3 sets if you want to. When you pack this up to go away, make sure when it slides back in, you hear it lock, and you give a gentle tug on the drawer to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. This compartment also has the light in the top corner as well. Just another little tip on the slides on the drawer. When you push the bar down to unlock it, slide it out, let it back up. Open the drawer. If you continue to hold that bar down, the drawer can come completely out. You'll have a bit of a nightmare getting it back in. Same procedure going in. Press down. Make sure it locks into place. So we're around on the passenger side of the trailer now. Rear compartment. Same poles we had on the other side, go all the way through. Another storage drawer down here. When you pick your trailer up, you'll find the wind down handle for the stabiliser legs. And as per the other side, another light switch there so you can find your way around in the dark. So at the front of the trailer, we have a quick look at the fridge slide area. Again, handy little light for the night time. We have a 12-volt connection here, and behind we have an Anderson plug connection for your fridge. We've got the barrel bolt here, heavy duty, stops the drawer coming out. Make sure you engage it when you put the fridge back in. There's a fair bit of weight involved. Simply hold the blue lever down for a short time, unlock it, take your finger off the blue lever, pulls out, tie down points at each end for the fridge. It's important that you tie it down into position. Off-road use, we don't want the fridge bouncing around too much. Simply a matter of closing again. Engage the barrel bolt. Make sure that's all the way in. Turn our light off, close the door, ready to hit the road again. So when we're travelling with our camper trailer, with our fridge sitting on the fridge slide, it's important that we secure the fridge into its position. Simply a matter of using the straps provided, the anchor points and the handle of the fridge into position, tighten up, do one at the back too. It'll stop the fridge moving around, especially if you're in off-road conditions. You can come up with your own way of tying it down as long as it stops the fridge moving around. So in the event that we have to recover the trailer, first point is disconnect from the vehicle. Do not try and recover the trailer while it's still connected to the vehicle. Use the rated recovery points only. We have one of these each side. Should make it a bit easier to get it out if you do get stuck. We'll now go through the setup of the kitchen on the Cruizer Slide. Simple as opening the door, travel lever to pull up and lock into position, blue lever to depress, grab the handle, slide all the way out. So I've retrieved the kitchen stabiliser leg from our toolbox. Simple unit, telescopic, simply slots into the hole underneath here. Lift the kitchen up a bit, tighten the thumb screw, stabilises it. Our shelf is a simple matter, undoing the bungee cord, folding over, and there's a couple of holes on this side to get into position, shelf's into position. Then it's simply 3 burners that will hook up the gas, hook up the water for in a minute, simple on and off with the tap there. So we've got a few connections to make to get our kitchen live. We need water, gas, power for the ignition, and we'll put the drain pipe out as well. They're all situated in the compartment under the sink. Simply a matter of finding the end, pushing through the hole in the cabinet for each one. Gas line, power, now water connection. Now I've got all those through, we're going to go around the back and I'll show you how to make those connections to get it all working. So the first connection we're going to make is the gas. It's a bayonet fitting, simple quarter turn. Just insert into the bayonet, push in, use the locking ring to lock it into place. Next one's the water, very similar to an air compressor fitting. Push in, lock it into place, make sure they're secure. So our final connection is the 12 volt. This will give us ignition to the 3 burner kitchen. Simply a matter, lift the flap up, insert, make sure your power's on, and we will have power for the ignition for the gas. Simply a matter of now coming around, turn the knob of the big flame to come to the top, depress the knob, hit the ignition, flame comes on, hold the knob in for about 5 seconds before you release. Really cold conditions, you might be holding it for 10 or 15 seconds with the heat sensors that's built into it. So our final piece underneath is our drain pipe from the sink. I find it easiest just to go into a bucket. Some people like to run an extra hose. Whatever you do, just make sure you dispose of your grey water responsibly. So a couple of little tips now. Before we close the kitchen up, you'll notice the drawers have all got these little clips. Idea of them, if you're in rough road, off-road conditions, that will come up and it'll stop the drawer opening even if the centre latch lets go. Very important. If you get somewhere and this has come out, it will jam the kitchen up from opening. Always make sure you use them. We've also got on the end of this kitchen another slide out tray. Set your small barbecue or whatever you like on there. Simple procedure to close the kitchen up now. If you've been using the hot plates, make sure they're cooled down enough to close the glass lid. Your gas and water and electrical have already been disconnected and tucked back up into the kitchen. Just fold your shelf over. Make sure you use the bungee cord, stop it bouncing around. We've secured all the drawers and the shelf with the little clips. They can't come undone going down the road. Fold our tap down out of the way. Simply depress your blue lever, slide the kitchen all the way back in. Make sure the blue lever is locked into position. The barrel bolt needs to be down into the hole, secure for off-road use. Give the kitchen a bit of a pull to make sure it's not going anywhere. Close the door. It doesn't get any simpler than that. So a quick word on maintenance. It's got to happen. You've got to keep your trailer looking good. It's got to be safe for your family to use. Please go to our website, MarketDirect Campers. Download the manual that we provide for your particular trailer. Go to the master classes, watch every one. There's a wealth of information to be had. A quick thing about wheel nuts on camper trailers. When you pick your trailer up from the showroom, I encourage you to get your wheel nut spinner out. Check the wheel nuts yourself before you leave. Simply a matter, tighten and check them. When you leave the showroom, it's important at 50 kilometres, check them again. Check them again at 200 kilometres. If you're out off-roading and camping with the family, check them every morning before you move out. So up in the drawbar here, we'll find a plaque that gives you a tightening sequence for the wheel nuts, gives you the appropriate torque setting to use, and the maintenance sequence to follow as well. Very important. Folks, that concludes the video. What I'd like you to now, hook your trailer up, go out and make some memories. Welcome to the MDC group. Escape with confidence.